The version of Batman that we see in Batman Arkham Origins is a lot like the game itself. He's younger and sloppier, and he doesn't totally seem to understand why he's doing the things that he's doing. As the first Arkham game from a developer other than Rocksteady Studios, Origins captures the energy of Batman, but it doesn't have the polish that made the previous games so strong. Arkham Origins picks up 2 years into Batman's crime-fighting career. It's Christmas Eve, and he discovers that a crime lord known as Black Mask has called on 8 assassins to kill Batman. The streets of Gotham City have been abandoned, except for criminals, which gives you free reign to beat up everyone. I can't tell you how many random groups of thugs I knocked out when they were just standing around not doing anything. It didn't really feel all that heroic. Even worse, Origins includes several trips to Gotham City Police Department, and numerous areas where police are your main enemies. Batman basically just writes them off as being corrupt. It makes it hard to care about Gotham City when there's so little life there, and it paints a picture of a very cynical Batman whose motives I didn't always trust. Everything in Arkham Origins feels like it hasn't had quite as much thought put into it. Levels in the previous games encourage backtracking and exploration, but now they're just really linear. You have this grapnel boost ability that you use to glide around the open world, but it doesn't work as reliably as it did in Arkham City. There's some ledges that just won't let you grapple them for no good reason. And I also just hit a lot more bugs than usual. There were game freezes, broken enemies, bad AI, and I could see Batman's cape moving through enemies constantly. Origins is missing an attention to detail that really made the previous Arkham games stand out. The assassin setup provides a good opportunity to give new villains the spotlight, but it doesn't last. Several of the assassins are confined to side missions, and even the main story assassins, like Deathstroke, aren't very fleshed out, and they're mainly used for long, difficult, drawn-out boss battles. By halfway through the game, it stops caring about the assassins altogether, and turns into a story about Batman's first meeting with Joker. Thankfully, it's a very good story. I was worried Origins was retreading the same ground as previous Arkham games, but this plot shows just how twisted Joker is, and how that reflects on Batman. In a game that doesn't live up to its predecessors in most ways, the Joker scenes are the one part that feel essential. I don't envy Warner Bros. Montreal. Rocksteady did something hardly anyone thought possible when it created a fantastic, successful Batman game, and then it repeated that feat. Warner Montreal was asked to follow in its footsteps, and it should come as no surprise that it can't quite measure up. Arkham Origins has fun combat, and the gadgets feel good, but the world that Batman is using them in feels less fleshed out and less interesting than ever. Had this been the first Arkham game released, I might have been blown away by its potential, but as the third game in the series, the few original elements are overwhelmed by its flaws.